Hello, and welcome back to the Secret of Samadhi channel. Today, we will once again experience enlightenment via a new lesson from the Master, Lord Buddha himself. Are you ready? Then, let's begin. Buddha was in an audience with his followers one day when a fellow came in violently because he claimed that Buddha was doing something wrong simply because he was surrounded by a huge number of people. People came to him for help with meditation. This man was in business, and he discovered that his children spent their time listening to Buddha when they could have been doing business, making more money, and securing their own futures. He considered that 4 hours of their day sitting next to someone who kept their eyes closed was a waste of time. He was furious and believed he could teach Master a lesson. He walked up to the Buddha, certain in his mind that he would defeat him. But as soon as he came near, all notions of him vanished, leaving only his fury behind. He was unable to speak, since he was shaking while holding back his tears. What he appeared to do was spit in the face of the Blessed One. But amazingly, the only thing he received in response was a smile from him as a reaction. His followers sitting near the Master were furious and attempted to rush to his defense, but Buddha restrained them. They could not believe that anyone would be so audacious as to insult the Buddha, but they were silenced. The man decided to depart, since his action had elicited no reaction from anybody around him or from Buddha, who beamed. He could not get her image out of his head when he returned home. He had never seen anyone so calm in the face of such a terrible and contemptuous act. She couldn't sleep because of him, and his body changed again. He began to shake and feel as if the earth were crumbling beneath his feet. So he went back to Buddha the next day and prostrated himself at his feet, telling him, "Please forgive me. I had no idea what I was doing." Buddha responded, "I'm afraid I can't do that for you." Buddha's disciples were confused by the response. The teacher had never turned down for forgiveness in his entire life. He'd always been kind-hearted and regardless of their history, he'd always welcomed everyone into his home. Now, though, despite the fact that he was telling his businessman that he couldn't forgive him for his actions, he felt compelled to add something else. Buddha looked around and discovered that everyone was in shock. He then provided another essential teaching to his followers and all of us. He complained, "Why should I offer an apology for something you haven't done? What did you do incorrectly that requires my apologies for your actions?" The businessman replied, "Yesterday, I came to this assembly and I angrily spat in your face. That person is no longer there," the Buddha continued. "If you ever run into him, tell him that I apologize. But the individual in front of me is a decent man who has done nothing wrong." This is what the Master has in store for us today. When we truly forgive someone, we must do it without informing him. He doesn't have to be aware that he has been forgiven. If you keep on remembering the wrongs you've received from those who have done wrong by you, then you're really punishing yourself and not forgiving them. The fact that this guilt feelings are a sufficient punishment in and of themselves. Have you figured out how long to let go of the wrongs done to you? We've reached the end of our journey. Do you know how to forgive someone who has hurt you? Tell us how you feel and whether you've implemented Buddha's teachings in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive new life lessons every week. We will catch you on the next video. Buddha blesses you.